Dragon Ball Legends. Some people love Dragon Ball Legends. Some others despise it with all of their heart. But to me, Dragon Ball Legends has a special place in mine. And as of right now, this game is holding up their 7th year anniversary, which means it's a celebration event where they release popular fan favorite characters, new special events such as co-op raids, and dish out new character mechanics and game mechanics for newcomers and veterans to enjoy. Or so that's how it should be. Dragon Ball Legends just did a reveal on their second part of their 7th year anniversary, and I'm not gonna lie, that shit was kinda ass. That was my first reaction after the reveal ended, but I did give it some thought. Now, before y'all go to the comments section and start hating, I'm just gonna say, I do like this part 2 for the 7th year anniversary. And I'm going to express my pros and cons about the part 2 reveal. But before that, I want to talk about part 1 of the 7th year anniversary. Part 1 introduced us with 4 new characters. Transforming Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, transforming Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, Tag Switch Kalen Khalifa, and transforming Super Saiyan 2 Kaba. These characters are hype and they are extremely good. And this would probably be one of the best part 1s of any anniversary, which I think it sort of is, if they didn't get leaked. And I'm talking about if MUI Goku didn't get leaked. Because apparently, this is the 5th time MUI Goku has been leaked in this game. And that leak made everyone, including me, a little disappointed and pretty upset. But that doesn't mean this is the worst anniversary yet. Or so, I don't think it should be labeled as the worst anniversary. But yeah, they gave us new characters, somewhat of a new mechanic only to Vegeta, and they gave us pretty cool events, but not anything new in terms of gameplay and such. And now, this is the part where we talk about part 2. The reveal starts off by showing us gameplay we've never seen before. People speculated that we were going to have some sort of game mode called ground battles, and they did it. They made it so you can fight in the air and in the ground, which is really refreshing. And I believe this is by far the most major thing to be hyped about for this part. And in terms of characters, they actually did Saiyan Saga for this part, which is not really the most hyped thing for an anniversary, in people's opinions including mine. But in my opinion, the way they executed it was almost perfect. We got a new Nappa that spawned Cybermen. Fucking Cybermen. I'm not even joking. We got a new Tien and Chaozu unit, and we also got a new Goku and Vegeta unit. And on paper, these characters seem to be a really good choice. But for anniversary? I don't really want to complain about the character choices they made for this part of the anniversary, because I actually do like Saiyan Saga. Saiyan Saga is actually one of my favorite parts of the series. But here's the thing I was sorta disappointed about. And it was about the character Vegeta himself. People speculated for a while that they were probably going to introduce giant characters during the anniversary. And it was only because they increased the amount of RAM that you need to play the game. And so now that they showed a reason why you need 4 gigabytes of RAM to play Dragon Ball Legends, some people, including me, thought they were going to introduce giant characters. So if you were someone like me that thought of the same thing, what would you think this Vegeta does? I'll tell you what he does. He revives and gets mad. That's it. That's one of the mechanics this character has. He gets defeated, gets revived, and gets mad. Now, I don't want to be that type of guy to feel disappointed and complain about every small thing just because I exceeded my expectations. And some people did as well, because I generally think these are really good characters and they have really good animations, because that is genuinely a problem. Last anniversary, the 6th anniversary, our part 1 was one of the best parts of any anniversary in the game. They released 2 versions of Goku and Vegeta that have a fusion mechanic, which is the synchro gauge, that can fuse into Vegito and Gogeta. Those characters were the hype of the game. And I think people got used to expecting new characters that have the same treatment those characters have, which as of late is really a hit or miss, especially since the last celebration, which was Festival 2024. But despite all of that, the new reveal of the new gameplay and the characters were actually really exciting. And then they showed us a new event, which I don't know how that's gonna work, but it has to deal with completing some part of the stories and such. So this should be interesting. They're also giving us the same old events, which is like the co-op raids. They're also giving us another Ultra Equipment Bonanza, which is really good. And 3 times the Z power for both of the banners are still here. They're still coming back for part 2. And then we actually got a new platinum equipment for a specific character. Now, before I tell you which character got this platinum equipment, I need to explain that these platinum equipments are specifically for ultra characters. Ultra characters are basically the highest rarity characters in the game that are basically OP. Some of them are still really good right now, and some of them age not the best, so that's why they need platinum equipments. And since they released these platinum equipments for specific ultras, they're actually really good now than what they used to be. Now for me to tell you which character got this platinum equipment. No, it wasn't Namek Goku. No, it wasn't Namek Vegeta. Hell, it wasn't even Majin Buu. It was Charlotte! Now, before you type in the comments, Eric, what the fuck is your problem? I hate you. Why do you not like Shallot? Well, slow down there, boy. I do like Shallot. Shallot is actually a pretty cool character. And I think him getting a treatment like this is actually really interesting. Because the tag he has, Game Originals, it is not a runnable team as of right now whatsoever. And I think the last time Game Originals gone above, it was like over 2 years ago, and that's an insanely long time. So them giving Shallot a platinum equipment is actually really good. But why this time? Why right now? Some people are not happy that part 2 is going to be Saiyan Saga related. And even before Anniversary started or before part 2 was announced, some people were speculating that one of the parts could be Game Originals. So I believe if they did Game Originals instead of Saiyan Saga to begin with, it would be probably for the better in people's eyes. And speaking of equipments, they should have given equipment to the yellow sparking Goku. Yes, that Goku. The yellow 1% sparking Goku from the Saiyan Saga Mega Rising banner for over a year ago. And he is fucking ass. And let's not talk about his partner Yamcha. Because somehow, Yamcha is better than this dude. In what universe is Yamcha, the same guy that got blown up by a Cyberman, is better than Goku, the same guy that one-tapped Nappa in a matter of seconds? Are we looking at the same person? Now, I'm not going to complain about all that because I think they're going to do something like that in the future. And nobody summoned for that banner anyway. And if you did, you deserve to get shafted. I'm sorry, but you really deserve it. Anyway, if any of y'all did watch the reveal for part 1 a long time ago, they were discussing some collaborations they did with other games and such. And first off, it was really long, and I don't think anyone cared about the collabs that much. And with that being said, what did y'all think they did for the last bit of the reveal? They discussed another collab. Was it necessary? Kinda. I mean, they showed a collab they did with Sparking Zero. Shallot's in Sparking Zero now, so that's pretty cool. But you know, no one cares about that game anymore because no one plays it. And I think many people know why. But it was pretty cool. They showed a promo code that you can get right now as soon as the shop goes out for maintenance. And they ended it off. No fake out or anything. That was the whole reveal. Now, before you start hating in my comments again, I'm just going to say, I thought this was a pretty cool reveal. In terms of characters, in my opinion, part 1 clears part 2. But in terms of the content of the game, part 2 clears part 1. And now, one more thing I need to discuss. The anniversary isn't over because we have one more part that we are waiting for. And that is part 3 of the 7th year anniversary. And every third part they do for a major celebration event like festival and anniversary, they always release one Ultra character. So I want to discuss who I would think would fit the part for this anniversary. And before I want to give my thoughts about it, let's talk about the banners they've been releasing lately. So before anniversary, they did do a Dragon Ball Saga campaign, OG Dragon Ball Saga. And they released Demon King Piccolo alongside Kid Goku. Then part 1 rolls around for the 7th year anniversary, and they release MUI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta for Universe Reps, which is the Tournament of Power thing from Dragon Ball Super. Now, we're getting banners from Dragon Ball Z Saiyan Saga, Goku and Vegeta. Now, what I think they're doing is that they're releasing each memorable part of the Dragon Ball series as characters that you can get for 7th year anniversary. And 7th year anniversary, the 7th anniversary, 7 Dragon Balls. This means this has to be a very special celebration for the game. Now, notice how I said Dragon Ball Saga campaign came out before anniversary. The saga as a whole is pretty cool, but it's not as hype considering most people didn't watch OG Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Saiyan Saga, that arc of the series is also pretty cool and is also pretty hype. And Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power, is one of the most hype arcs in this series. And there is no guarantee that people will never not get hype over that. So what I'm thinking that they're going to do for the 3rd part of the anniversary to end it off is they're going to release another part of the series or another arc to end it off with a bang. And my 3 options are Dragon Ball GT, the Majin Buu saga from Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Daima. Now, I have 3 things in mind. If they're going to do Dragon Ball GT as the Ultra, it has to be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku. People love that form, and in my opinion, that is one of the most badass forms in the series, like ever. Now, is there a guarantee that they could do GT as the 3rd part of the anniversary? Yeah. Even though we did get a lot of GT buffs last year, especially during the 6th year anniversary, which will mark that GT hasn't gotten the buff for over... No, I lied. They released that one tag character, Cell and Frieza, for Festival 2024. They're kind of dog shit. But what if they do another Majin Buu Saga campaign to end off the anniversary? Well, I think they could do an Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku. That will honestly be really sick. And yeah, I did take the idea from Ryuden, you know, the Ultra Legendary Finish character thing, but it could still be a really good option to end off the anniversary. And last but not least, Dragon Ball Daima. Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want any more Daima as of right now. And I think a lot of people that play the game agree with me. We don't like Daima as much as some people do. I like Daima, the show. The tag team is it's AIDS. And I wish the tag can just die. And I hope it dies when part 2 comes out. If they do decide to do another Dragon Ball Daima campaign to end off the anniversary, that's probably going to be the Ultra. Will it be Ultra Goma? I don't fucking know. We didn't get no giant characters, so I don't know. And now I'm upset thinking about the Daima team that I have to face, you know, every now and then. It brings a tear to my eye seeing that fuck-ass team. If they're going to do Daima, I'm pretty sure they have to do it as an after party, not during the anniversary, because I think people that are non-Daima fans or don't like using Daima, not interested in using Daima, or just don't like Daima as a whole, they're not going to be happy. And they're going to mark it as the worst anniversary ever. So the safe route that they should take is either Dragon Ball GT Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Majin Buu Saga Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku. That is what I think they should do. But Eric, what if there's going to be 2 Ultras for the last part? Don't be fucking stupid, bro. I'm going to tell y'all right now, and you can mark my words. They will not, and there will never be an double Ultra banner for the end of the anniversary. It's not going to happen. Y'all have to understand, money don't grow from trees, little bro. Especially if you are free to play. If you're free to play and you're begging for a double Ultra, what? Okay, well, that's going to be the end of my rant. I felt like I needed to talk about this reveal because I had some thoughts that I wanted to share out, and I wanted to know if y'all agree or have like the same thoughts as I have. And y'all can let me know in the comments if you do like this part or not, if y'all are going to summon for the characters. I'm going to summon for the characters. Now hold on, before you tell me not to. I have a reason. I'm above the CC cap, first of all. Second of all, I want to have fun in the game, you know? And with this new battle system that is going to release, these characters specifically have buffs for the new gameplay that they're going to release. So I'd say it's pretty worth it, you know, if you want to run Saiyan Saga, because I do. I want to run a Saiyan Saga team. because I remember they were very competitive back then. It was scary. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye bye.